This Professor of IT Security Law, Dennis-Kenji Kipker, joins us live from Bremen in Germany. Welcome to the programme. Tell us, why is Meta threatening to remove news content from Facebook in the US?
Yeah, thank you. The very big question we will have to ask ourselves here is who ultimately benefits financially from the media content that is published on social networks. And the platforms or the media companies themselves, that's a question here. And after all, the proposed law, in my opinion, precisely stipulates that the media companies should also benefit from the law alongside the social platforms. And ultimately, both should benefit in some way, but you always have to into account who is the big player here and therefore has more market power. And I find this is quite clear because in case of any doubt, such a big player such as Meta or Facebook has more market power, and for this reason is more likely to be able to endure strict tech legislation. And moreover, the revenues that corporations like Facebook generate here are quite enormous.
And if Meta do remove the news content from Facebook, what would this mean for journalism, for many media outlets that are, really struggling right now?
This is definitely an important question because it addresses an aspect that has not been sufficiently considered in the political discussion so far, because it's about the question who actually makes the news. And it's precisely not a corporation like Meta. Meta does not have its own newsrooms. Meta has not even local ones, which are characterized by diversity, which is here really in question. And if news were broadcasted solely through social networks, we would quickly enter the realm of an information bubble, and a social network would become the mouthpiece for large sections of the population here with regard to journalism, and good journalism, of course.
And Dennis, we've been here before, haven't we, with a similar experience in Australia. What lessons were learned there, and how different is what's being proposed in the US to what happened in Australia?
I would call it not that different. So we had the saber rattling by Meta that was also seen in the last year. Here also by the Google parent company Alphabet. And here also it was announced that the social networks and search engines such as Google would not work anymore. But in Australia in particular, we can see that the media regulation that came into force in 2021 works very well, despite all the criticism of the social network at that time. And according to a recent government report, this is largely having the desired effect. And according to this report, various tech companies, also including Meta and Google, have signed more than 30 contracts with media companies, local media companies, and pay them for the content that generates hits and advertising revenues in the social network itself.
All right, Dennis, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much. Dennis-Kenji Kipker speaking to us live there from Bremen in Germany.